All right. Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the London stream. Make sure everything's good to go. All right, we're good. You guys can hear me? Audio all good? You blew your account? How'd that happen? Just confirm. Someone to confirm in the chat. We're all good at audio wise. Boom, boom. Alrighty, so let's see what we're looking at here on indices. So, to get started off, we have a nice move up. We're up almost 0.5% on NQ and about over half on ES. We have a new week opening gap, or new day opening gap open right here. This will be our drawn liquidity for downside if we do get it. If we move higher, I'm looking at this high up here. Now, why is this high important? The same high on ES. Let's mark it out. So this high on ES, I think we'll get S&T. We got a daily fair value gap. So this could be a possible draw if we decide to move them higher for tomorrow and this session here. So we'll look at this. What cologne do you rock? Dude, I only rock 2 right now. I have a Joe Malone Sweet Pea and something, and a Chanel one. I like the sweet fragrances a little bit more. Oh, we got the real Brian in this bit. What's good? What's good? All right, like always, let's wait near our London Open here and see what we get, see what kind of impulses we get. On the 15-minute chart here, no fair value gaps or anything like that, but we do have an hourly right underneath here. So let's see if we get a drive into this hourly and possibly get a move back up for higher prices. I'm kind of having a neutral bias just because we have our new day opening gap open. So I'm fine if price wants to come down and start violating some bullish PD arrays, that's fine. And I'm also fine with price moving higher as well. So neutral bias going into this. I'm gonna hack your account, Brian. Delete your YouTube channel. It's all over. All right. Let's just vibe out here. Brian, you gotta give me the lo-fi mix after or tomorrow or something. Yeah, that's the hourly look on both indices here. I think ES gonna tap into it, did it? No. But yeah, I know we've been dropping pretty much all week, but I'm not opposed to this move up on the hourly chart. Like I said, because I want to see a higher time frame rebalance. I want to see this daily fair value gap get taken or at least tapped into. So this would be a good area for buy side for rebalance. But we're not gonna force anything. If the setup's there for the upside, we'll trade on some fresh XFAs today, and we'll rock with that. Yesterday, London was a pretty good session. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how to play it on the stream. Hold up. Let me look at my phone. But I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how to put on stream. We'll do it tomorrow. That's what I'm saying, Brian. Get some rest. Bro's grinding PM session. Caught another banger Asia session trade. Get some sleep. Bro needs it. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream as well. Then we'll get active. How do you guys do during the New York session today? I know if you guys are in the Discord, I know you guys are absolutely paid. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, Asia was a banger. Yeah, I really don't mind higher price action. Kate was good. Was good. Omar was good. NS. Do you go for the doubt? I think honestly, the move, like I think for ideally the move would be into that daily gap. SMT with that daily gap would be perfect with ES and NQ, and then we'll continue lower. So something like this would be nice. Lake Show, oh yeah. We got some targets both ways. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of neutral biased because we have our new week opening gap as well, so this should be good. I might get a long before our open here. Let's go to MNQ. Cam is laggy. My internet's been bad. I'm not gonna lie. I was struggling today aim session as well. I was lagging. Do you guys try to turn the cam off, guys? If it's laggy, I don't know. My internet's been kind of shitting itself lately. I had to end the AM stream a little bit early, like 30 minutes, because it was lagging so bad. Let's go to MNQ. Yeah, I'm not sure why the stream's laggy. I mean, my internet's okay, I think right now, but it's been cutting in and out. Like it's been a struggle kind of to start the week. Give me a second. Nope. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I should be okay. I'll kill the camera for today. That helps a little bit. It should. Yeah, it's just on my end then. It's not. It's not you guys. What's up, Alex? For prop firms, you can use Tradevate or Top Step X if you're on Top Step. Tradeawate's good though. Oh yeah, that's ring season, kid. My personal win rate's around like 70%, 75. Stay patient here and let's wait for our open. Check the 4 hour. We have a 4 hour gap that's gonna be put in as well at the same spot where that hourly is. So we'll give that a go if we move down there. Hey, Thailand, nice. Yeah, I really try to pick and choose my trades. Like today for New York session, we only had one trade. Let's go over that real quick if you guys are interested. I think it was this trade right here. No, it wasn't. That's AM. Was it right here? Let me see exactly what time, because we'll give a little educational recap here before we get going. Oh, let me look at ES because it's important on ES. Oh yeah, so right here, guys, right, we have a 15-minute fair value gap here. You guys can see on NQ and ES, right? Now, what do you guys notice here? That on the first tap into it, here, look at ES, look at NQ. NQ does not tap into it. ES does. We had a bearish SMT, which kind of helps you. I don't need SMT with my trade, but it's just an added confluence. So I looked for a 15-minute gap tap, and I wanted obviously price to reject lower. If I want price to reject lower, I'm not gonna take. I don't take the fair value gaps right away. That's not my trading style, right? So what do? I look for a 1-minute inversion. So if you go into replay mode here, right? Let's go to the 1 minute. So price is obviously moving higher, going into that, trying to go into that 15-minute. But like I said, NQ did not go into that 15-minute, but ES did. So we had a bearish SMT. I saw that we had a fair value gap here open. To confirm my trade to the downside and confirm the 15-minute rejection, I need this gap to go inversion and not hold. And you guys can see here, price had an inversion gap here. So I took my short here at 100s, and I had my take profit at the low and a little bit lower. And as you guys can see, we caught a nice move down into a new low day. So it was over 100 points with no drawdown. Very simple. 15-minute tap, 1-minute inversion to the downside. That was our New York AM session trade. Jordy, what's good? What's good? What's good, Brandon? No problem, bro. No, I don't wait for retracements into inversion gaps. No. If it takes out my first take profit, I won't take the gap, right? Because some of those candles, when they get very impulsive, they'll take out my first area to take profit, and then I'll hesitate on the inversion. But if they don't take out my areas that take profit, I'm still holding, or I'll still get into the trade. Yeah, you just gotta be careful. Like I know a lot of people were trying to trade like when we expand, right? Like this, when we expand, we dropped what from the top. We didn't even take out the Asia high, which was annoying. But let's say how many points was this? We dropped over 300 points, 400 points. You need to wait for a retracement. Anything other than that is like pretty much a pattern trade. I was on live, right, when this was happening, and a lot of people or a lot of new traders will take this inversion here and try to catch a lower move. This is a pattern trade right here. This is not, it has no meaningful, no meat behind the trade. This is basically trading your pattern, and that's what, new traders will take. Why is it a pattern trade? Because there's no rebalance into the higher time frame after a 400-point drop, right? If you want to look for a trade after a 400-point drop, you need to wait for a rebalance into a higher time frame. And from a higher time frame intraday, I look for a 5-minute gap or a 15-minute gap. What I noticed was there's a clear 15-minute gap above here, and obviously NQ didn't tap into it, but it's fine because ES did, right? So that's your bearish SMT. And now that's why this IFEG is way more high probability than this one here, because this one is not reacting off of anything while this one is, right? And then what did it do? You could stack your lows, and now you could use that previous low as your take profit. Does that make sense? And this is right around our new hourly open too, so keep that in mind. ES didn't have a hourly wick either on the candle, so you want to make sure you're playing time and price at the same time versus just pattern trading. Like, we waited all stream in the morning. I was like, you know what, I might not even take a trade because I missed a 400-point move. Like, it's fine, but the setup obviously presented itself, so I was fine. When a higher time frame candle, like an hourly or a 4-hour, doesn't present a wick at a low or high, so let's see. For example, there's no good examples here. Let me see. Yeah, because higher time frame was always going to have a wick. Exactly. If there's no wick, that means price is going to drop back down to that low. I'm trying to find a good example, but if you guys see a good example, post in the Discord. I could show chat. But basically, all these higher time frame moves need a wick on the candle, or the price is going to drop back down to those lows. So it's something like this, right? Look, this 4-hour candle pretty much has no wick, right? This wick's 5 points, which means price is 1,000%. This is always very, very high probability. It's gonna come down to this low again when we don't leave a wick. When it's pretty much only the body of the candle and not. In this case, this isn't the best example because it's a very small one. But imagine this doesn't have a wick at all, right? That's gonna be a high probability drop because there is gonna be a wick eventually when it comes to a higher time frame. So no wick, rebalance to the 4-hour, and then slam back lower, right? So when a new hourly gap opens, or a new hourly candle opens, or a new 4-hour candle opens, and it shoots straight up or shoots straight down, that's usually the manipulation like of the higher time frame candle because it's gonna need a wick. I hope that kind of makes sense. So tomorrow is a pretty big day for the market because we have NVIDIA earnings. That should dictate a very solid move tomorrow after close. So just keep that in mind when you're either trading the New York session. The PM session might be a little bit slower because of NVIDIA after close. Free sauce at 12 a.m. You already know. It's just neat things to recognize and be on the right side of the market is really helpful. So basically what I was trying to say was when this hourly candle was pretty much moving, it had no wick on it, so it gave me a higher confidence that we're gonna move lower. All right, we're about to have our London open here. Let's see what we get. Kind of coon for a bit. Show Jay. So far, we've been able to catch a trade every London stream we had, but we'll see how price action is kind of slow right now. So that's the thing about inversions, right? Like I have a bias. So in like trade I showed earlier, right? That 15-minute gap, I wanted it to reject, right? Now, I wasn't sure, is it going to reject and inverse the gap? The inversion is just a confirmation that the market is still going to move lower off of that 15-minute candle. Does that make sense? Obviously, nothing's 100%. If anyone's trying to sell you anything on, oh, this is a 100% win rate, obviously not, because that same setup that I just showed you, I've had it fail in the past, right? But in terms of over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 trades, it has a very high win rate. So that's why I use it. The inversion is just to confirm lower prices, and that's just an entry model, right? Everything else before that entry model is what really is going to dictate the trade. The draw on liquidity, are we rebalancing, things like that, right? Are we, bearish or bullish on the higher time frame? The inversion model itself is just an entry model. That's it. If you don't have the other pieces to the puzzle, nothing's going to work. And that's what people pattern trade sometimes, and they lose and like, oh, the inversion model doesn't work. No, no, no. It's because the narrative never matched the lower time frame that you're trying to trade on. Yes, exactly. It's easy. I don't use a 2-minute sim, so I'm not even gonna bother looking at the 2-minute. Yep, of course. So far, it's been a pretty choppy session. Hey, what's good, Don? First step of IFEG entry should be yes, exactly. Every time I post on Twitter, I always talk about liquidity first. Liquidity needs to be swept, or we need to have a strong area of liquidity for that, for the market to go down into, right? I showed this every stream. You guys can go ahead and um, take a screenshot or pause the uh, YouTube stream. This is literally what my model is every single day. This is what I look for. When it comes to London, I don't use 1-minute entries, right? Because it's obviously a little bit choppier. I try to stick to higher time frames such as 5 and 15. But this is it right here. I always wait for liquidity sweep first, right? Notice that trade I just went over right now, right? We expanded on the 15-minute to the downside. We tap back into what? A 15-minute fair value gap. We had a 1-minute IFEG entry, right? And then bonus will be SMT at the highs or lows. In this case, we had SMT within that fair value gap. So that's the model that I use. And you can always tweak it to your abilities or to whatever you like. There shouldn't be a delay on the stream now. Just refresh if there is, or put me in ×2 speed. And John, that's what I have marked out. I like higher prices. I want to see ES either tonight or tomorrow early tap into this daily fair value gap and get a, we'll play the reaction off of this. I'm expecting the first reaction to be down. So we have an hourly gap here that we want to see price tap back into. This would be good. So I actually don't mind taking a 5-minute short if we get this short here. We'll mark it out. Something like this. Oops. Right. Something like this. And I probably would take this down into the full trade would be into Asia lows just in case, but I wouldn't expect it to hit Asia lows. Something like this. And just stop with the high. If we get the 5-minute, obviously. The main area would be just the hourly gap. Let's see this 5-minute close. Charge my phone. Let me post this in Discord as well. Wait for this 5-minute inversion. No, I'm not in. You guys will see my position here. I like 261 though. What's good as? Are we back? Oh my god, my internet is... $30. My goodness. Am I talking to myself? Just try to keep refreshing and put times 2 speed. No inversion yet, so no trade. I'll put that right here in case I lag out or something. All right. Stream status is back to good. We should be okay. What are you waiting on? I'm waiting for an inversion at this 5-minute gap. If we don't get the inversion, I'm not going to take it. TSM Daquan. It's got to be patient. It's lost. Get out, man. It's lost. I'm not even in a position, bro. I like to go BE after my POI gets hit. So in this case, like, it'll be like an hourly gap. That will be the BE. Yeah, I have it right here. No inversion, no trade. Click the live button off stream, guys. You'll be back in sync, Adam says. In this case, 5-minute. Yes, exactly. Whoever asked the question, AAR. Yep. Yeah, they're funny. All right, Jordy. Sleep well, dog. Yeah, I always trade the higher time frame for London, or not higher time frame, but the 5-minute. Yeah. For me, that's the higher time frame. Austin Reeves, go. I'm not sure why. I'm not gonna lie, Adam. I have no idea why. Like, zero idea why. Yeah, yeah. This is the 5-minute I'm gonna take. All right, let's get it. We're gonna look for that hourly gap to get taken out here, or move into the hourly gap. My fill is here at 74. I'll add up to 10 micros if need be. Yeah, 307 is my stop. I have it right here. This is the thing. It visually helps you guys. Yes, I'm in from 74. I want 61, 228, and 196. 261 is an important level because that's going to be the hourly fair value gap. We're only risking $300 on this trade, so not too much. I usually size down for London. What size account? 150Ks. What's good? I only trade 150Ks on top of it, guys. Because the activation fee is literally the same on all accounts, so. So ES is actually pretty close to this hourly gap. You guys can see right here. It's only 2 points away. So if ES takes it out before, we'll have to manage our positions accordingly. Because that's going to be... I do think we're going to get an initial reaction out of that hourly. But we'll see when we get there. Joss is... He's trolling. He's in the Discord. He's trolling. So ES is going for that low here. It's coming. So like I said, we have to manage ES. I'm hoping we at least get 61. Because I don't want SMT within that gap. No, ES hasn't tapped it yet. If you look at the hourly, right, ES is leaving it still. These equal lows at 90 points. So it's only 1 point away. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be... We'll see the reaction because 1 point's not a lot. But that's usually what happens in London when it doesn't move. It's been a pretty choppy session so far. Oh. This right here. This is the ES law. Yep, California, it is currently 12:21 a.m. 12:21. Do we have giveaways? We'll start having giveaways for London session, like how Brian does it for PM sessions. So we'll start hosting those soon too. It's the hourly. This lower one, or it's the imbalance with the equal lows. So this hourly gap here, I want to drive lower into the equal lows and then potentially higher. Yeah, I think ES might wreck this. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see. I'm not gonna touch the trade. The risk is pretty tight. When do I sleep? So like yesterday I stayed up until obviously New York. We did a New York AM stream, and then I fell asleep around, what was it, like 11:30 a.m. my time, PST, and then I woke up at 5 p.m. like 4. So complete opposite schedule, pretty much. My OBS just reconnected. It was lagging. Oh my god, what? Chat. I this is it. I think I have to call it early. My internet is not having it. I'll be in the Discord trading London, but this is not having it. I will still alert the play and stuff in the Discord and keep up with it. I apologize. I have to cut this early. I'm having connection issues, as you guys can tell. Like I said, we'll be in the Discord, London trading. So if you guys want to get up on in there. All right. Apologies again. It was a good stream while it lasted. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Hopefully my internet will be a little bit better. All right. Later, guys.